Hey, quick question. Have you ever wondered why shows like Sesame Street, Frontline, or This American Life even exist? I mean, they're not exactly raking in big ratings like The Bachelor or NFL Sunday. So why are they still around? The answer is something most people haven't heard of: the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, or CPB. Yeah, not the most exciting name, but this low-key institution has been one of the biggest reasons Americans have access to educational, cultural, and independent media for over 50 years. Let's talk about why it mattered, and still does. What is CPB 030 to 130? All right, the CPB is a non-profit created by Congress in 1967. Yep, the Summer of Love. But instead of tie-dye and Woodstock, Congress was thinking about how to make media better, more educational, or diverse, more available to people who couldn't afford cable. So they passed the Public Broadcasting Act, and boom, CPB was born. It's funded by the federal government, but it's set up to be politically independent. It means it doesn't answer to advertisers, big corporations, or even Congress when it comes to what content gets made. And no, CPB doesn't make shows. It's not a network. What it does is fund local public TV and radio stations, plus producers and creators, so they can focus on stories that actually matter, not just what sells. WHYCPB mattered, 1:30 to 3 o'clock. Now here's why CPB was, and still is, a game changer. Before it came along, media was all about ratings and advertisers. That meant if your show wasn't pulling in huge audiences or selling soda, it was probably getting cut. But CPB changed the equation. Suddenly you could make a thoughtful documentary about climate change or a deep dive into civil rights. Or, a Muppet-filled kids show that taught kids how to count and be kind, thanks Sesame Street. And you didn't need to worry about whether it made a network millions. It was a way of saying, hey, not everything valuable has to be profitable. This kind of support made room for underrepresented voices, local stories, and experiments in journalism and storytelling. Think PBS NewsJar, Nova, Independent Lens, or even those quirky travel shows on public TV. Without CPB's funding, a lot of that wouldn't exist. Criticism and survival, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Now, of course, nothing funded by the government escapes criticism. Some people say public broadcasting is outdated in the age of YouTube and streaming. Others argue that government money shouldn't go toward media at all, especially if they think it leans too far left or right. But here's the thing. CPB's entire reason for existing is to give the public access to information and storytelling that it's not shaped by the market or political pressure. It's like a public library for media. And even with constant threats of budget cuts, CPB has survived. Why? Because millions of people, especially in rural areas or low-income communities, rely on public TV and radio as their main source of trusted news, educational content, and even emergency information. Wrap up, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So the Corporation for Public Broadcasting might not have flashy branding or viral TikToks, but it's one of the quiet backbones of American media. It's helped generations of people learn, think critically, and connect with stories that otherwise wouldn't have had a shot. Next time you hear the PBS NewsHour intro or catch a thoughtful segment on your local NPR station, remember, that's the CPB at work. If you like content like this, consider subscribing for more explainers about the media, history, and stuff you probably didn't learn in school. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite public broadcasting show? I know mine's Reading Rainbow. No shame. Catch you in the next one.